I've been playing drums since I was about 3 years old, actually. I remember getting like one of those practice kits, like little like kid kits, drum kits. My parents got me for one Christmas or something like that. But then I remember I was like, probably about 5 years old. We were driving in my dad's truck, and I saw a drum set on the side of the road. I grew up in Maine. It was at a yard sale, and I was yelling and screaming, "I gotta have that! I gotta have that!" And they went home and then came back, and it was still there, and they picked it up, loaded it back to the truck, and they got it. Balancing being a band member and a college student, that's tough, especially with my band. Everybody's spread out like legitimately across the country, and then me, I'm going to school full time, so it's tough. We do, we spend a couple of weeks every 3 or 4 months together as a band, and then we work on our stuff separately and are always sending files back and forth. But with school, it's difficult. You got to find that right balance, especially here at New England Tech, where the quarters are very fast-paced. The information is comes across very quick, and you have to stay on top of it. And if you don't, you kind of fall behind, or you fall behind in the music stuff that you're working on. One of the things that's always really tough is finding time to practice. There's never enough time in the day to be able to practice playing drums, but also be working, in the industry and working on, mixing a song or mastering a song. It's tough, but honing out or carving out that time for you to be able to practice and spend some time really working on just yourself and your musicianship is vitally important to be able to balance out. In today's industry, you have to be versed in so many different things. You can't just be a musician, because so much stuff is self-created, and there's so many different elements now. As a drummer, I'm using electronic sounds and just tons of other stuff in our recordings and in our live show. So everything that I learn here at New England Tech, it can be applied to whether it's the recording process for the band, or whether it's the production process or live shows, all that stuff. So it all is interconnected. I plan on seeing myself kind of in a bunch of different places. Obviously, I hope my band, continues to gain momentum, and we just continue to grow our fan base, release new music, and continue to tour. Maybe get signed. But even in this day and age, having that record deal is not what it used to be, and really isn't needed. There's tons of unsigned bands that are probably making more money than some of these signed ones.